What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the hot fucking commodity, Ancy. And today you're checking out our WWE Monday Night Raw recap from Boston, Massachusetts on December 23rd, 2024. And what a fucking night. Really nothing happened. It was obviously taped, I'm assuming, from last week. Um, they want to give the wrestlers off for the holiday season, so a lot of these episodes are taped, which means it's gonna be fucking boring. But we're still here to recap it for you all. To kick off the episode of Raw, we have Drew McIntyre coming out to the ring. Last week on SmackDown, Drew was attacked by Jimmy Uso with a crutch. Drew says, "After Hell in a Cell, I went home to Scotland because someone I loved passed away. Over the past 2 months, guess how many people checked in on me? One person. People like Sami and the Usos would stab me to take my spot. I bled out in Hell in a Cell for all of you, and you forgot about me. I won't give no more, and I'll continue to tell the truth. The real villains in WWE are CM Punk and Roman Reigns. I suggest anyone who wronged Drew McIntyre should sleep with one eye open." And that's when Sami Zayn comes out. Sami says, "I've been here for 22 years in the wrestling business. Everything you've gone through, I had as well. Every single person has gone through it too. You point the finger at everyone. They did not forget you. They made you. When you were a kid, someone said you're the chosen one. What we do has nothing to do with you. I have no problem being your problem, though." And that's when Drew says, "I don't have my luxury of having family around. Why do you want this fight? You've never beaten me. I saw your wife and kid backstage, but don't worry, you're the least of my worries." That's when Sami attacks Drew, and then Jey Uso runs down and makes a save after Drew attacks back on Sami. An interesting tidbit here from this promo from Drew. He says that only one person checked on him. And obviously, it has to be someone within the WWE roster. Otherwise, they wouldn't have mentioned that on TV. Who do you think it is? Let me know in the comments. I think it's going to be Kevin Owens or Seth Rollins, my honest opinion. Or even maybe Sheamus. They have a history. Wade Barrett. You never know who it could be. But I don't know why Sammy continues this fight with Drew McIntyre. Every time he fights Drew, he fucking loses. He just lost that Saturday night's main event. What's the point of booking Sami Zayn to lose again? It makes no fucking sense to me. If you're gonna lose, just book him against the Intercontinental champion. It just doesn't make sense to me. But we'll see a main event match later on in the night between Drew and one of these other guys. But Drew basically says that CM Punk and Roman Reigns are the true villains, and he's going to basically destroy everybody that stepped in his way and tried to fuck him over in the past. So good luck. We have our first round women's Intercontinental Championship tournament match. Io Sky versus Alba Fyre versus Natalya. Io hits a springboard dropkick to Alba. Alba lands a tornado DDT to Io Sky and a double swanton bomb for a 2. Natalya applies a double sharpshooter, and then Io ends up hitting Natalya with an over the moonsault, and Io Sky advances. I was really fucking pissed to see that Natalya didn't get the win here. I was really rooting for her. She really hasn't won shit in WWE. And she's been in the business for a very, very long time, almost 20 years at this point. Just give her a fucking win every now and then. But I'm a big Io Sky fan, so I was glad to see she won. And I do also like Alba Fyre, but I would just like to see that history. I know she's not like Bret Hart, but just the Hart family, Owen Hart, Bret Hart, Davey Boy Smith, all of them held the Intercontinental Championship. And I would like to see that family bloodline get back. But Io Sky is definitely a top contender for me to be the women's Intercontinental Champion, the first one at least. We see Judgment Day backstage. They're fighting. Liv and Finn have been arguing ever since the Judgment Day lost the tag team titles last week. Dominik Mysterio says he's going to fight Damian Priest, and he has a plan. And it looks like this Judgment Day is having serious issues. We knew this was going to happen. Liv and Finn are going to come to fucking blows, and eventually this group is going to split apart. But I have a feeling like Finn might do his own thing pretty soon. Like, I don't know what it will be, but I'm waiting for a big change, and hopefully that fucking change happens soon. We see Sami and Jey Uso talking backstage. Sami asks Jey if he can fight Drew tonight. Jey agrees, and we're going to see Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn again. And I honestly think nobody gives a flying fuck. By the way, this episode is a Christmas Eve episode of Raw, so they've got Christmas trees and decorated it. It's a big deal. So, Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Next, we see Chad Gable with American Made taking on Akira Tozawa at Alpha Academy. Akira lands a spinning kick. Chad Gable applies an arm lock over the ropes. Gable slaps Otis on the floor. Gable hits 4 German suplexes, a power bomb, and applies the ankle lock, and Tozawa taps out quickly. After Chad Gable grapevines Tozawa until Otis attacks. The Creed stand between Gable and Otis, and American Made leave. So, basic stuff here. I'm really a big fan of Chad Gable. I like his new theme song. It kind of gives me Kurt Angle vibes, but I'm over this fucking American Alpha versus American Made bullshit. Like, who cares? Tozawa sucks. Otis is a big dude, and we did find out that next week we will get Otis versus Chad Gable, but this has been a storyline that's been going on all fucking year. Just end it now. That's my opinion. Um, the New Day walks backstage, and Dominik Mysterio says what they did to he was wrong. Shame when even Dominik says what he did was wrong. And we have Dominik Mysterio taking on Damian Priest next. Priest applies a torture rack. Dominik lands a super kick. Priest lands a flatliner down to Mysterio onto the announce table. Jada McDonough is seeing the crowd dressed as Santa, and Damian Priest attacks him. Priest grabs Carlito under the ring, and Finn Balor attacks Damian Priest from behind. After Priest attacks Balor until all of Judgment Day attack Damian Priest, but then the WWE World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, come out and make the save. Priest super kicks Balor and lands in South of Heaven to Finn. So Dominik Mysterio's plan that Judgment Day was going to gang up on Damian Priest, but Damian Priest got his own fucking biker gang in the motherfucking War Raiders. The Warriors are fucking awesome. They're crazy as shit. The moves they do are cool. The War Machine is awesome. That's their finisher. And I do like seeing Damian Priest join up with a new group here, and they're a bit more grittier. And I'm excited to see them help out my man Damian Priest and the fucking Judgment Day for good. We then get the Seth Rollins interview with Jackie Redmond. Seth says, I try to explain how I felt about CM Punk over the past couple of years. He needed this place. This place didn't need him. He's a hypocrite. On January 6th, it will be a fight. I need it now. After Survivor Series, I couldn't wait anymore. It's going to be raw and violent. I need to extract this demon from my soul. So a very powerful speech here from Seth. He wants to extract the demon that is CM Punk. I don't know if he'll be able to do so. I hope so. I do like both guys, but I'm more of a Seth Rollins fan, to be honest. Uh, so time will tell on January 6th who will win, Seth Rollins or CM Punk, but I am really happy with the build up for this match. These two are going to fucking kill it. And I like how Seth is saying it's going to be a fucking bloodbath. It's going to be violent. I'm excited. Next, we see The Miz taking on Dexter Lumis. This match was a setup as AOP come out and the Final Testament attack Dexter Lumis. Afterwards, though, the Wyatt Six all come out and attack the Final Testament, and Dexter power bombs Nikki Cross onto the Final Testament and the Miz on the floor. So we're still seeing more Wyatt Six and the Final Testament brawl bullshit. Nobody cares. I'm a big Wyatt Six person, but lately their gimmick has been very boring. I haven't been a big fan of it, and yeah, there's really nothing to fucking say. I do like Nikki Cross, and I just wish that they kept this momentum of them being a dark, mysterious group rather than just them losing last week. It was pretty stupid. Uh, we get a promo, which I think is for Penta, um, who might be coming up from AEW. We see the New Day coming out, and they confront the commentators, and they get booed pretty much out of the ring. Kofi says, how dare you boo me in front of my mom? She's here. Kofi's mom just gives Kofi a dirty look and walks out on her son. Obviously, Kofi's mom, Mama Kofi, is upset that Mama Kingston, I like that, is upset that Kofi did not, well, that he chose to fuck over Big E. So I think this is a interesting way that they're doing this turn here, where now even the family members aren't happy with New Day, Rey Mysterio tells Kofi that he's going to apologize for the New Day getting respect. They're not going to respect nobody. They're going to fucking brawl with everybody. It's going to be insane, I think. We've made it to our main event of this episode of Raw. Drew McIntyre taking on Sami Zayn. Decent back and forth match. Drew lands a backbreaker onto the ring apron. And then Sami lands a tornado DDT. Drew slams Sami Zayn onto the ring steps. Sami lands an exploder in the corner, but Drew is able to hit a claymore, and Drew McIntyre defeats Sami Zayn for like the 10th time after Drew attacks. But Jey Uso comes out. Jey hits a spear, but then the Bloodline members Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga come out and attack as Drew McIntyre leaves. Jacob Fatu hits a super kick, and Solo hits a Samoan spike to Jey. Sami attacks, but they lay out Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, and the Bloodline sending a message to Roman Reigns: "Your fucking soldiers are down." So, just basic episode as we end the new year, leading into 2025 with the debut episode of Raw. That's gonna be a big show. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the holidays, Christmas Eve, that I'm creating this episode. So I just want to take time to say I wish you all a happy holiday. Make sure you spend time with your families and loved ones and enjoy the good food, enjoy the day. I hope you get a lot of presents, and I hope you have a very uncensored Christmas. So Merry Christmas and happy holidays.